What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So this is one of the videos I came across just recently. It caught my attention because honestly, as humans, sometimes we have a tendency to whatever happens in our relationship, sometimes we keep it on the hush, and then when we break up with somebody, you tell they business. I can't say that I have not done that because I know I have, but to this magnitude, this is crazy. Also with the Nicki Minaj and her husband situation, that's crazy as well, but I'll speak more on that after. Let's get into the video.
Actually exposing Safaree as not only on the DL, but also the fact that Safaree wanted Erica Mena to wear a strap while she was engaged with him, and she also revealed that Safaree could have been messing around with DJ Self's 15-year-old daughter. Talk about a mess, child. Alleged.
Now, the relationship stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool, you're trying to, I don't know, maybe you're trying to get people to not F with him or whatever. Excuse me, but at the end of the day, the stuff with my bad, it's a lot going on out there. But the stuff with DJ Self's daughter, that's crazy because it's a situation where it's like, why reveal that type of information when you're done with somebody? Like, I guess you could say it's like having morals, or I don't even know how to explain it, but stuff like that. Like, there's too many things going on in the world, too many people, getting away for violating young people or violating people in general. But when it comes to young people, like, that has been a huge thing. So why the heck is that something that you're just now saying something about? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's beyond trying to hurt somebody and beyond trying to do a tit for tat type of situation, I guess you could say. Like, that's crazy.
Now, it all started, you guys know, a couple days ago when Erica Mena did get into a fight with a woman that goes by Kimbella. Now, Kimbella is allegedly the woman that Safaree is now dating, pending his divorce from Erica Mena. And both Erica and Kimbella have been going back and forth online.
I don't get, and trust, I'm talking about myself too, because I didn't get it when I was doing it either. I don't get why we as women, like, when you see that your ex, even some men, when you see that your ex has moved on or whatever the case may be, and mind you, I don't know the history of these people, but when you see that someone that you were dealing with has moved on, like, what's the point in, I guess, trying to defame them, I guess you could say, even when, even just regular relationships. What's the point in, I guess, okay, I'll say warning. I don't see the point in, like, trying to warn the next female sometimes, because let's just be honest, a lot of these females do not care. You know what I'm saying? They don't, all they know is they're enjoying this person now, and for that time or for that moment, that person is being somebody to them that maybe he was to you, maybe she was to you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a front, but sometimes you just gotta let, like, in these situations, you gotta let people be, because the other person, 9 times out of 10, they don't care. Like, F your feelings, pretty much is how they are. Like, he's treating me good, or she's treating me good. So whatever you talking about, you just bitter. Like you don't know what you're talking about. Sometimes that is the case. Like sometimes people are gonna treat somebody else better than you. Why? Because whatever y'all been through. Or maybe they just didn't like you and they just never said it. Or maybe they said it and you ignored it. Like, I don't know.
This is where we saw several text messages get released to the press. One of those messages is very, very interesting. So the message says this: and jerk it when I'm on top of you? You put a strap on? Safaree says yes. She's like, I'm supposed to have it on and then have it in you so that you can engage with me? He says yes. Now, Erica goes on to say this: good luck. Enjoy it though. I'm sure you will strap it on.
See, stuff like this, like, my thing is, this is just from my perspective. You were willing to do this stuff while y'all was together, right? Or I don't know. It's not giving that you weren't willing to do this stuff because you were entertaining the thought, right? So, yes. So at the end of the day, it's like now you want to put this person's business out there in an attempt to. I don't know. Maybe you want attention. Maybe you're upset you're not getting attention. I don't know, but it be these types of things why you got to be very, very hesitant about what you send people, the stuff you discuss with people, because people are dirty. People are dirty.
Get a phone bill paid. Chill a miss. So Safaree, while we're here, why don't you tell DJ Self what you was doing with his daughter back when she was only 15 years old? So Safaree, you out here playing with the straps. Okay, talk about a mess. Safaree's a joke.
And this is one of the reasons why, like, I feel this is one of the reasons why it's difficult for men to be open with, females in general or whatever. Because at the end of the day, like, you never know when a female is going to expose you on some trying to get back type stuff. You know what I'm saying? This stuff could have been in confidence, or this stuff, like, some people only are open to do certain things with some people. You know what I'm saying? So if a person is like extra comfortable with you to do certain things, which yes, I'm guilty of being one of those people that was like, you'll never believe this is any other, but I didn't blast it to the world. You know what I'm saying? I told like my friend at the time or whatever. I told people that really didn't give a shit and probably wouldn't remember anyway. And if they do remember, like, whatever. But this be the reason why a lot of men don't open up to women. And they do seem like they on some funny type stuff. Because this is the type of stuff we do. And I say we do because I've done it too. Not on this level, but yeah. You don't never know when somebody gonna want to go public and put your shit on social media.
I said what I said. Safaree, you're a joke, bro. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is just too much. Like, the fact that Erica Mena even exposed this. Erica Mena, you know you was down with the shenanigans when y'all was married. And the only reason you be revealing this is because you're upset. So it's just so out of pocket. I never think somebody should get outed without their consent, without them wanting to come out and say it. But this is a hot mess. Is very messy. And y'all know Erica Mena does enjoy humiliating people online, in my opinion. Chill.
I mean, with that, I feel like she's humiliating herself also. You know what I'm saying? While trying to humiliate him. And therein is the double-edged sword. Because Safaree's going to be who he is. Excuse me. Safaree's going to be who he is. I'm pretty sure he's not fazed by this. I mean, if anybody is familiar with Safaree, y'all know he's probably like whatever. Like, clearly you see him. Like, he's doing what he wants, living life how he wants, so he's unfazed. But it's still messy, and it's making her look a certain way.
Ooh, chill. The tea is hot. That's a mess. That is a whole mess. Now, the next topic I do want to discuss is none other than Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, making a small victory in regards to his failure case. Now, there's been a lot going on. A lot of the blogs have been running with this story that Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, could be facing some time in the clink. Now, while the government is always on their best behavior and always recommending sentencing, it does not mean that that will be honored by the court. The defense has to wait for the state and the government to basically give a recommendation. Now, a recommendation can mean a lot of things. Usually it means the status of the actual crime, right? It means the reasoning and mitigating factors for why the crime was committed. And finally, it also deals with what the law actually says as a guideline to sentencing. So what do I mean by that? Well, there is a bunch of legislation in our court system, and basically legislation gives attorneys and also the government some idea how cases that we see now were dealt with in the past and also resolved. So a lot of times when you see lawyers quoting other lawsuits or other proceedings is because they're pulling from other cases, so they have a map as to how this should be resolved. Now, Kenneth Petty did win a small victory. His lawyer did request to the court that his reasoning for why he did not register does get sealed, and also his sentence does get sealed. Well, the governing judge for this case did grant Kenneth Petty's request, his sentence to be sealed. So what do I mean when I say that the document is sealed? Well, usually sealing a document means that it will not be accessible to the public, but will be accessible to court staff with only the highest security level clearance. So people won't be able to see what is happening with Kenneth Petty and his sentencing because that will be sealed. So all you people celebrating that he's going to be going to the clink, you're not even going to know.
I think that's crazy. I said that's crazy a lot, but it is. This is why, like, even if you've known people for years or known of people for years, grew up with people, like, you still have to you gotta analyze the situation before you just jump into stuff. And I'm not saying Nicki jumped into nothing. Who knows if they, how long they were dating before they got married or whatever the case may be. But when you're dealing with someone who has, like, legal stuff going on, marriage makes y'all both accountable. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I won't say it's just as much, like, on her, you know what I'm saying, because he was dealing with this from a while ago. But I will say that she should have done better making sure he was on his stuff. Like, then this wouldn't be an issue now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a whole son, and that's not something you could just run from. I don't know if he thought he could just run from it because now he's with Nicki Minaj, but sometimes your reputation is not worth this attention. It's got a certain look to it, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
What happened. I find it so interesting that people enjoy relishing in somebody's demise. It's just so interesting how misery loves company. So this is a small victory, I think, for Mr. Petty. Although he is not out of the woods, I do anticipate he is going to provide the reasoning why he did not register. Now look, you guys, remember I mentioned guidelines. Usually in the federal court, they like to stick to the guidelines of the events offense that was committed. So when the government did say that 15-month sentence, that is the lowest end level guideline for this situation. So who knows what could happen? He could either be sentenced to the clink or not, but let's see what happens. And I think that it's great that he does get a little bit of privacy, because at the end of the day, Kenneth Petty is not a celebrity. And it's so crazy that people are really trying to use him to slander Nicki Minaj. Child, this never ends. So let me know what you guys think about these topics.
I don't think that people are trying to use this, right? I feel like Nicki put herself in that position simply because this is not the first time that she's been involved with, not involved, but this is not the first time that she has been connected to someone that's been accused of certain things that are just like frowned upon in life. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about violating people, a lot of people don't rock with that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, she didn't know. Like, I feel like she knew beforehand that he was dealing with some stuff. Now, whatever the talks were behind closed doors, we don't know. But she made that choice to continue this relationship with this person. So eventually, like, she should have known that this was going to be a thing for people to see her in a certain light. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, whatever the case may be, wish them the best, you know? That's all you can do. But that's it for this one. I will catch y'all in the next one.